Yes, people, welcome to the top four pre-match preview with my boy Rums. Rums, it's been a minute, bro. How you been?
Bro, I've been good. I've rather did. I believe this is the debut on the channel as well. But bro, I've been good. Turned 25 this week. Can't complain. Great for another one.
Happy
And
birthday,
yeah,
my
man.
bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. And I'm just ready to chop up this game. It's going to be an exciting game. But no, love for having me once again.
Well, to be honest, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Both of us were missing in the wilderness last year, innit? Because your team was playing dusty football, my team was playing dusty football, and I would have got you on the channel much sooner. But when you are kind of languishing around eighth or ninth, there really is no point. Like I can tell you from now, I won't be speaking to any Chelsea fans this season, bro. It's long. Like if you're not in the top nine or top eight, don't
Yeah.
talk to me. So I won't be inviting any Chelsea fans. They can shake their bum in their corner. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've been seeing you shaking your bum violently for your club, Liverpool. If you can just bring us up to speed, because I've not watched any of your matches.
Yeah.
Just give us a quick lowdown of what your last game was like, and then I've just got a couple of questions, and that's it. But what was your last game like? What's Liverpool saying right now?
You know, the irony, bro, I can tell you what our last three games have been like because all three have been the exact same score and all
Yeah.
three we've conceded first. So what's happening with us right now is we've got a potent attack. Our attack can match anyone's on anyone's day, right? But we keep conceding first. So our last game was during a week against Leicester, conceded first. Then again, just dominated the game from when we conceded 1-3-1. I think the game before that would have been
That Bournemouth? No, not Bournemouth, but
I
Wolves. Was it Wolves?
believe there was a game in between Wolves. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, Wolves was similar. So we conceded first and then come back. They should have been 2-3 up. If anything, I'll be honest, Wolves should have actually come away with something like that. But with us, bro, if you give us our chances and you don't put away yours, we're like, pray, we're gonna hunt you down and we're gonna take our chances. But I can't remember who we played last week. This is bugging me now. It's actually bugging. That's it. West Ham.
West Ham, yeah.
Again, because they've been in a good run of form as well. They've been in a very good run of form. Luckily, this time we didn't concede first, but we scored first. They came back into it, but that was pretty controlled as well. We do give teams chances, but the overall consensus of us, Deji, is our attack is just our get out of jail card. Like our defense is still a bit suspect, but because our attack is that potent, we get out of a lot of situations. But against a better side like yourself, City, Arsenal, we might not. It's not sustainable. We can't keep doing this. We might come unstuck eventually. But at the moment, not really much to complain about. Unbeaten in all competitions. I think we've only dropped 2 points in the league. It's happy times right now, Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
Happy times.
Calm. I mean, for me, like you said, we're kind of in a similar boat. Last weekend, we got to see whether Orange Ball was just freakish or whether Orange Ball is real. And I have to say, bro, we have to conclude that Orange Ball is real. One of the things that I find quite astonishing from Tottenham, and it's unheard of, even under Pochettino, every game that we've played, we've had more ball possession, including the Arsenal game, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, at home, I feel like the last couple of seasons against you lot, Tottenham have been unlucky. That game last season at Anfield with the Lucas Moura mistake, really and truly, Tottenham draw that game. You know, we could have even won that game with Richarlison scoring. I think it's about time that you lot get a royal beating from Spurs, to be honest. I don't know how long you lot are going to keep this thing going on where you just kind of getting away from Tottenham by hook or by crook. The last time I remember was probably Klopp when he first came in and we slapped you up 5-something. I think it was 5-1 that day. You lot got molested. But apart from that, it's really been long for Tottenham, but we've been close. I always feel that the thought of playing Liverpool is more techie than the actual game. Because when we get to the game,
I know what you mean.
Yeah, when we get to the game, we actually give a good fist of it. Do you get what I'm saying? and we had a good fist of it even with our dusty manager as well. So for me, Tottenham at the moment playing good football. The fact that we could have more ball possession at the Emirates, we could have won the game. The way we outplayed Arsenal, especially in that second half. Now we've got that in the system. I know you play ball, but you know sometimes you need a tough game to kind of wake up the bones, to wake up the muscles. And having played Arsenal, that's probably woken up our muscles. I think the biggest thing for me, the biggest sadness is the fact that Brennan Johnson's not going to be playing. But what's the team news for you guys tomorrow? What's the team news for Liverpool?
So Trent was facing a late fitness test, but he's been training last couple of days, so I think he comes back in. But everyone's fit. Bar Thiago, which he's never here. I don't even know why I mentioned it, but Bar Thiago, everyone is fit. I think we actually got everyone back bar him. Yeah, top of my head, everyone's back, man. Everyone is back. And I just want to add on to what you said, though, Des, because you're spot on that. I've been saying this, whenever we play Spurs, we don't batter you. It's always very close. And you lot give us a run for our money. That you said, we won it in the dying moments at Anfield. And if you clocked, it's a lot of your mistakes. Like, I think Lucas Moura passes it to Jota. Jota scores last minute. Then even at your gaff, we scored 2 goals early because Eric Dyer gives it to Salah. But if you remember that second half, bro, I was hiding behind my sofa. I thought you lot would not even nick it. I thought you lot could even, not even draw. I thought you lot could even nick it because that second half, you were on us at your ground and you're spot on whenever we play. There was even, remember that situation at Anfield years ago where Sissoko and I think Son are on a 2-on-1 versus Van Dijk. This was Van Dijk at his peak.
I remember. And Van Dijk just literally just decided, I'm going to marshal Son and let Sissoko shoot.
That was when he was at his peak. Obviously, since then, he's top of it, injury and that. But that's when he was at his peak. And even that game, I believe at that point, we were drawing. If you lot score that, and Spurs always give us a tough. Even Champions League final, Deji, you know me. I come honestly, I come humble, right? That Champions League final, I believe actually played better than us. Obviously, I think history, heritage, that kind of maybe played a part. But Spurs, we never batter you lot, man. It's a run for. You always give us a run for our money, and I believe tomorrow will be the same. But honestly, believe tomorrow will be the same, man.
For real. I mean, for me, I'm not shaking my bum early. But what I will say is, bro, that Postecoglou has surprised us all. You know, them that people have written off. I've been telling people that Basuma is a sick player. Remember the Basuma of Brighton, the way that he's coming. But, bro, even our signings, I have to say, there's no better keeper in the league than Alisson. Let's just put some respect on Alisson's name.
Yeah, respect that, yeah.
But Vicario has the potential to be Alisson when he's gone. Yeah, and that's a big statement because I think Alisson is a baller. He single-handedly transformed your team. You lot wanted Van de Ven. Let me say this now. If you lot copped Van de Ven, you lot would have won the league. I swear, Dan. He's Van Dijk. He's like a Van Dijk. Bro, I mean, you would have had 2. If Van Dijk and Van de Ven equals long. I swear.
I'll be real dead. The only 2 games I've watched of Spurs was your 2 biggest, United and Arsenal. So I've not, obviously, I can't comment on Vicario. I've not seen the sample size is quite small. I've not seen a lot of your 3 p.m. and kickoffs. Obviously, I kept updates, saw the goals and that, but actually, you have to watch the game. But against United, I thought Vicario was excellent. And even against Arsenal, made some wicked saves. So, if you're saying that, he must be a cold keeper.
Bro, he is. He started off shaky, but you got to remember, this brother is only 21, 22 years old. Yeah. So you got to let that sink in.
I remember the hair at United then. Like keepers, I remember keepers peak a bit later. Then United was making enough mistakes. Then he ends up winning the league. And just to add on what you said about what's his name, Basuma. A lot of people got short memories. He was Caicedo before Caicedo.
Yes, come on.
Last season he had an injury that put him on. We know Basuma's a baller. For me, he's still one of the best centre midfielders in the league.
The best. And he ran things at the Emirates for Brighton. So, and the thing is, what I don't like about people, and that's why I like chatting to you, Roms, is people don't understand that in this football game, and I know you play ball, sometimes you can be a good player, but you're affected by management. Conte ball was not going to work for Basuma, wasn't going to work for Son, wasn't going to work for them, man. This brother now, I said, bro, Basuma, take the shackles off, go and play your game. And for me, what is even more impressive, if you look at that team, it's a team that was there last year, bro. Basuma was there, he just didn't play. Sarr was there, he
Yeah.
just didn't play. You got
Yeah.
Pedro Porro was there, just didn't play. I mean, there's a whole bag of man them there that people thinking are looking like new signings. They're not. They were there. They were under Conte, and they were
Yeah.
looking very dusty, bro. So for me, I don't want to say I'm excited. I'm as worried as I was last week about the Arsenal game. But we're not going to change our football, bro. But before we go into that, I want to first of all find out from you. I think you kind of already alluded to it, but I want to do two things really. I want to quickly talk about what you think the strengths are, where you think you might kill Tottenham in terms of your strengths, and then I want us to quickly look at your weaknesses, and I'll be doing the same as well. So, where is Liverpool's strengths? Where is the danger? Where is Liverpool going to cause Tottenham problems tomorrow?
Right. First, one thing I'll say, I think Spurs and Liverpool have similar weaknesses and strengths, but our main strength is, you see it every week, is our attack. I mean, we can be playing bad or go behind or haven't hit rhythm yet, and one of our forward 5 men could just hit a goal out of anything.
Yeah,
and to make it worse, I want to know your opinion on him as well. But we got this new magician called Szoboszlai who's coming in and just taking the league by storm. So that's another option that can get a goal or assist now. So our strengths are definitely our attack. Trent comes back in. I think Trent comes back in, so you go back in inverted. That's more creativity. But I'd mainly say our attack. Our weaknesses now, and this is the pros and cons. When Trent comes in, he inverts. We go to a back 3 of Robbo, left centre back, Van Dijk, and Konate. Robbo's not comfortable in that left centre back position at all. So I don't know who plays on your right. It would be
it's Kulusevski. It would have been also potentially Brennan Johnson, which would have looked tasty, but he picked up a little hamstring in the Arsenal game. But even then, Robbo against Kulusevski is looking like Zinchenko against Kulusevski. It could be long for you right now. It could be long for you in that side.
Do you know what? It could, but one thing I clocked about Kulusevski, that he doesn't like to go around the outside. He likes to cut in a lot. And one thing I was speaking to my Spurs brethren about earlier as well is, I think if you look keep coming central, I think we can deal with that. We don't like being attacked out wide, so that's our weakness. Because even when Trent don't really invert, him and Robert like to bomb forward, which leaves space in behind. And you lot got the tricky customers like your Basumas, your Madisons, your Sons, who's come back in form. So that's what I would say our weaknesses. For me, it's out wide and it's our fullbacks. But put it like this, I don't think we have as much weaknesses as we did last season, man. I'd say our weaknesses are more limited now, but it is definitely out wide. But our strengths are definitely our front men, man.
I mean, you sorted out one obvious thing, which was your midfield, because your midfield, I'm not going to lie, last season was looking like 150 years old, and now you managed to bring that down to about 60 or 70. Do you know what I mean? It was looking 150. I can't even lie to you.
Dej, we got man to actually run now. We got man to actually run.
You weren't scaring no one with that dusty midfield last season. I think for Tottenham, it's a strange one, because obviously our strength is in Madders, Bissouma and Son. They're our spine. With Brennan Johnson, I think we have to keep. I think, like yourselves, our attack is pretty potent. I think Tottenham must be the second highest goal scorers in the league, and that's without Harry. That's without Harry Kane. Do you get me? Madders has already got 4 assists, and I kept saying I regret the fact that Madders didn't get to play Kane, because Kane would have been rivaling Haaland this season. Let's just put it like that. The only thing I would say is that Brennan Johnson is injured, who I would have liked to see start. And it's a toss between Mana Solomon or Richarlison. Now, I don't want to see Richarlison play number 9 tomorrow. I don't think he's going to do anything against Van Dijk. But I wouldn't mind seeing Richarlison come in off the left. A lot of Tottenham fans are kind of arguing with me, but when you think Richarlison, he was at his best at Watford and Everton when he's coming in off the left. So I'm hoping...
Yeah.
Because Richarlison will give Trent a battle, even if it's just fisticuff on that right-hand side and occupying Trent. Because Trent ain't going to want to move forward too much, knowing that Richarlison's on his own. So I feel like with Manor Solomon, there's no pace there, so it's a bit dusty. I think our weakness, though, for Spurs, for me, is definitely the back. We saw in the first 20 minutes or so, half an hour, your doggy yellow cards just couldn't hack it. No, actually, do you know what? I would actually say our weakness is also our strength. It's our attack. It's the weirdest one because Son, as much as he scored 5 goals, Arsenal was his best game. Prior to Arsenal, I would say to you, Son's been non-existent. Even Kulusevski had a great game. Sarr was knocking it out to the right. But prior to that, he's been rubbish. If these men revert back to form, we are finished tomorrow, especially against the defence like Liverpool. You lot will just come forward. There's no point even trying to defend because you know we're looking dusty. But at the same time, if Kulusevski is awake, if Son is awake, if they can take that energy, they could also be our strength. I'm actually happy with our back line. I think your doggy could do what Cess did a couple of... No, was it Cess or Tanganga? Tanganga took out Mane a couple of years ago. I think your doggy could pattern Salah, you know. You know, Salah don't like it rough.
Do you know where you're on? You've got a point there because Salah's kind of a change in his game. He's becoming more of like a facilitator, assist. You don't really see him bursting past people anymore. So, and Udogi's, I think he's been one of the best fullbacks, if not the best fullback in the league this season. Salah has had tough times against wingers with out and out pace, but what he will now do is he will cut in and slip a Nunes in or a Gakpo. He'll be like, you know what? He'll be intelligent. I can't beat you for pace anymore. I'm not the same. I'm not as quick as I am 3-4 years ago. But what I'll do is I'll put a clever little pass in. And I think Salah's on 4 assists.
He's on 4 assists. He's on 4 assists. Just like Madden. He's a madman.
Yeah. So he's got goals and assists, but I feel like he's becoming more of that provider now. So I think you're spot on. But Dej, I think your weakness is that ours. We both play very attacking. Both of our fullbacks like to bomb forward. Yeah. So both teams are going to have space in behind. You know what I mean? So I think
we can't afford to leave Salah like last week, they allowed Udogie to go 1v1 with Saka. And he was throwing Saka the line saying, bruv, come then, innit? If you're about this life, innit, run. And Saka pussied out, to be honest with you. But Salah, if you say 1v1 with Salah, he will call you at that bluff. That's the bit that scares me. The little balls that he was doing against West Ham last week, he called the bluff, he found this space, and if anyone's going to punish any space, it's Salah. For me, I like Nunes, you know. I was actually saying that Nunes fits the Tottenham system more than your system. I think if Nunes was at Tottenham, he would be banging in goals for fun. Just simply the way that he plays. He's an enigma, but I think he's got pace. He's working hard. Nunes against Porro could be long for us, to be honest. Van de Ven, though, will know some of your players. He will know Van Dijk, but most importantly, he will know Gakpo. Them two are bedrins, and I just think when push comes to shove, I think they're about the same height. Van de Ven will have Gakpo pattern. I don't know why Gakpo isn't your number. Who's your number 9? Or you're not playing with one?
You know, this is the beautiful headache because other than Salah's there he's our constant. But you see the other 2 positions, Jota, Gakpo, Nunes, and Diaz, they all just rotate. There's never a set front 3. Do you know what I mean? I think tomorrow, though, he will go with Nunes because Gakpo and Jota played and Nunes and Diaz were arrested. So that indicates to me he's starting them. Plus, they're quicker and you lot are going to play a higher line. So it will make sense. But it'll probably be Nunes. I don't think Gakpo starts tomorrow. He'll come on. I could be wrong, but I think Nunes will start.
Man, you guys are blessed with attacking options. Let me just bring in a couple of comments real quick. Here to there, Vicario is only 21. Wow. If Levy learns from penny pinching a pot, you'll get some serious youngsters. Yeah, man, for real. I think we have, man. And I think under Postecoglou, we brought some youngsters. Your doggy's 20, Vicario 21, Van de Ven's 22, Romero's 23, Porro's 23, Sar's 20. I mean, Tottenham's got the youngest team in the league. If you think Madders is 26 and he's one of the senior players, I'm not even going to lie. Tottenham's got a really young, promising looking team. Bro, it looks like it's going to be crazy, bro, this game tomorrow between Tottenham and Liverpool. So I need to ask you something, Roms, and this is not me being Deji Spurs. This is me being your bedroom.
Oh.
Now, some pussy on Talk Sport came up with an answer, and I'll tell you what he said. But I want to ask you the question and then see what you say. If Tottenham somehow get a result tomorrow against you, man, and I'm talking, when I say result, not a point, I'm talking 3 points. Is it fair to say that Tottenham's in with the challenge? Because everyone's shaking their bum for Liverpool, saying, well, Liverpool's back. You know, you lot are going to be challenging City. People are putting respect on you lot's name. We've not lost either. We've also played a big gun in Arsenal and walked about with a point at their ground.
Mm-hmm.
Is Tottenham a team to be looking out for, from your perspective, from what you're seeing?
Dead. I'm going to give Spurs the same energy I've given my club, right? Our starting 11s are very good. But both our clubs are a couple injuries away from looking completely different. So what I'll tell you, I think I didn't have you lot finishing top 4, and I didn't know much about Ange, I'll be real. I just knew he won stuff with Celtic, but me and you could go there, Celtic, and win something with them. Do you know what I mean? So I
can get golden boot in Scotland. I ain't even gonna lie. No disrespect.
Exactly, bro. Or even a manager will win the league. But when Ange came, I said, you know what? I saw a few of your pre-season kits. I said, this is looking nice. And then now we started the season like this. But I just think a few injuries in our back line and your back line and your midfield and whatnot. In a title race, you need depth, but you need quality in depth. So I have Spurs. I now have you in my top 4. And I'll actually go as far to say you'll get top 4 comfortably, 3rd or 4th, right? Yeah. But title challengers, nah, I don't have us or I don't have you lot. Just for the simple fact I don't think we have that much depth. Because even though you play 1 game a week, that's one thing I should say. All of us are playing 2-3 games a week. Yeah. You don't only have that one. Because I think even FA Cup, that don't start till like January anyway. So you don't got that 1 game a week. But I just feel injuries will still, they're inevitable. All of our clubs get them. And I think with Liverpool and Spurs, for us to have scintillating season, amazing season, we have to keep both our starting 11s fit, which is, it can be very unrealistic, but touch wood, it does happen.
Well, we're not doing bad. We're not like the dusty team down the road from me, mate. I don't know what they're doing. Six games in and half their squad is injured. Man's having to call his manager and say, oh, my back is hurting to come off the pitch. You know, like that. Like what sort of medical staff team has?
You know what's so funny, Dej, as well, yeah? You know Rice. You know he never got injured for West Ham. The minute he goes Arsenal.
You know what I'm saying? It's a joke thing. I don't know what Arteta's feeding them, bruv. It's the pasta that they're eating in the canteen. It's doing bits for the Arsenal players. First and foremost, before we carry on, sorry, Rums, I know we got to go in about 5 minutes.
No, I can actually do another 10.
We managed to do it. We got 101 subscribers. Rums, I'm not gonna lie, that's a big deal for man. 101 subscribers. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for across the pond, here to there, Forever Guna, all you people. Respect. You know, I've got bare Arsenal fans in there. You know what I'm saying, but they're still sharing man love, bro. I have to say to you, so you're saying I kind of agree with you. I kind of agree, but I think the thing that Tottenham have, we're not wasting time with the dusty competitions. I think we might actually take the FA Cup seriously. Why not? We're not doing anything else. But if we can keep the them fit, you just never know. But one thing I can say is it's great to have you man back, because I can't lie, the way you man were last season was so dusty that I didn't even want to know any.
I got to big you up though. I always big you up and give you your flowers. Remember, you told me from before the last season started, you said, Roms, your team are going to be on tabloids for bad reason. You're going to have bad results. You called it. I don't know how you knew, but you called it.
Thank you. Bro, I just saw the 150-year-olds in the midfield, bro. It was just looking wrong right there. But yeah. Hold on, let me just read this comment. See, when you sort of write, I give credit. But yeah, I call out the madness, laugh out loud across the board. Yeah, big up to you, big up. Always call out the madness. Bro, so tomorrow, innit? You're a proper Liverpool fan. Obviously, you're enjoying what your team is doing. Klopp is back. Why would anyone doubt Klopp? I never doubted him, and I like the fact that everyone stood strong with Klopp. It could have been
I'll
the
be
Daniel
so dead.
Levy.
I can't be shameless. I did doubt him. I thought his time was done. I thought he was looking stressed. I'm seeing him begging to the fans saying sorry. He looked out of it last season. I actually thought, I said he should go, but not because I really want him to go. I just felt like it was the right time. Like, you know, sometimes you've been in a job too long and you need new environment, you need to see new scenery. I thought for his benefit, but look, he said, start seeing this is Liverpool 2.0. We've got our new players now. We're going again. And he's backing up what he's saying. So, sorry, I just thought I'd put in
No,
there.
you're right.
People.
I didn't that. I just said, for me, what I was saying last season is, if you do what Klopp has achieved at Liverpool, remember, under Manchester City, arguably the best team the Premier League has ever seen, you man have still managed to win a Prem, and you've managed to win a Champions League. For me, you could even get relegated. You deserve a season to bring them back. Do you get what I'm saying? What I don't like is the lack of loyalty in football. And what we did with Pochettino still kind of rubs me the wrong way right now. He got us to a Champions League final on a shoestring, and we only gave him 3 months. That's dirty. We deserve to have 4 years of madness because of the way that we treated that brother. And it's a shame, and I hope he manages to turn it around at Chelsea. Nah. Do you know what? Across the Pond just put up a comment before we talk about predictions for tomorrow, and it's kind of just put a little. It's kind of shook me a little bit. I think your doggy can pattern Salah, but I don't think there's anyone on our right hand side that's gonna pattern Diaz.
Yeah,
and what
true.
I don't know how we're gonna do that. And I swear, Dan, there was a goal he scored where he just cut in off the left hand side and he just banged it, and it was against Tottenham. Do you get me?
Yeah, listen. That was the game why we didn't win the league, bro. That's the game you lot took points off us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that game.
Is that the same game? Did he get injured in that game that knocked him out? Or I think he might have even. He didn't finish that game, Diaz, because if he did, Tottenham would have got banged.
Yeah, I think he got subbed off because Son's record. This guy always scores against us, but Son and Kane, to be fair, but Son made it 1-0. You were 1-0 for time, and then Diaz came on, and yeah, man. See what I mean, Dad? What we speak about earlier. Tottenham and Liverpool's always close, bro. Because that wasn't even last season. That was the season before. That was actually the season before.
But I'm always scared, bro. Just like Man City. I'm always scared against Man City and Tottenham will pull out a win. It's the maddest thing. But with Liverpool, we always deserve to get something from the game and we get nothing from the game. That's my biggest worry. I think Tottenham will play well. I think we will go at you. But I'm just worried. So I'm going to ask you now, bro. What's your prediction for tomorrow still?
Dej, I managed to get a ticket for the game, so I'm going to have heart palpitations. But I've said this for the past 2 days, and I'm sticking by it. I think we're going to have a high-scoring draw. I'm going 3-3. I just think it'll be a 3-3.
Yeah, I saw that on your Twitter earlier, and I was like, 3-3. You man. To be fair, I went for a draw with Tottenham, 1-1. But deep down in my hearts of hearts, I had a feeling that I knew it was going to be a draw, but I had a feeling it was going to be 2. Do you know what? I'm not going to lie. Gooner's subbing more than Spuds for some reason. Right, I don't know. There's no Spurs fans here. They Spurs fans like the casual, the calmness. Me, I'm here to bring the heat, but I can't really bring the heat with Liverpool, bro. You know what? My gut is what I will tell you. What it is, my gut is saying Spurs lose 2-1. My heart is saying draw. Yeah, I think your firepower. I'm just thinking about Pedro Porro against Diaz. He's done well, but he's not come up against that kind of kettle of fish. Salah is a madman, and then you've got the option of Gakpo, Jota, and Nunes. It's techie.
And then you're gonna have Savoza shooting from range if he can shoot on side. I
mean, look, Pape Sarr could do a job on him. I mean, the way he's playing, Pape Sarr would have to be.
You know what?
We'd have to do man management. We'd have to do.
I'm happy you brought that up here because Maddison, Basuma, and Sarr will probably be off starting 3, right?
Yeah.
We'll probably do Callister, Sabozai, and Jones. Now, none of them are out and out sixes, but they keep the ball very well. This is why it looks good without a six right now for us. But if we try and go toe to toe with your midfield, like in a battle, for me, there's only one winner. I think you lot, when you outmuscled us, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we will.
But I think we need to be smart. We need to just keep the ball and try and pop it around your midfield, because you know what they say, midfield battles where the game's normally won and lost, and that's going to be a very interesting.
I think so.
Yeah.
I totally agree. The only thing that you just made me realize, though, which could be your Achilles heel, is the fact that in the West Ham game, you lot do play a ridiculously high line. Like, it's pretty much halfway line football. If Son is number 9, there's nothing Kanate or Van Dijk can do. He's gone. And I'm just thinking, if you look at how we managed to pick off Arsenal, and I would say arguably their defense is a bit more settled than yours, if you know what I mean. It's a lot more settled. Ben White, who I call Punch from the Punch and Judy show. You got Saliba, Gabriel, and then Zinni. I just think Konate looks a bit shaky. I don't know. I like him. He's got a lot of potential, but he doesn't fill me with confidence. I don't know why. And maybe he's not a massive. Sorry, bro. Go on.
Sorry to cut you, bro. This is why you're my brother, because I love Ibu. Like, even training on the training videos, he's a good guy to have around the dressing room, and that he's quality. He's got a lot of potential because he is still quite young. He's 22, 23 for a centre back. But I know what you mean. Sometimes he can be a bit rash. He's committing when he doesn't need to commit, and then we're getting through balls getting played in behind, and then we're our backs to goal. I feel like his intelligence still needs to develop. He's not that intelligent yet, and that's coming of age. That will come with age. But
well, he's young. How old is he?
Kanate's 22 or 23. Yeah.
The only thing is he could get turned because he's on the right hand side of your centre back. Madders is a very clever player, bro, and you're hearing it here first. It's a world exclusive. Don't it's not financial.
He's 24. He's 24.
I would put a tenner down that he could give away a pen tomorrow, to be honest. A foul on Madders in the box, giving Tottenham a pen. No joke. I think he's that. Yeah. But I don't know. On Madders has just got clever movement. I don't think Manor Solomon is going to do much against Trent, but Trent don't defend really. Robertson has got an engine on him, and he'll be up against Kulusevski. Yeah, Kulusevski hasn't been great, bro. I can't lie. Look, I'm going with across the pond. I've got Liverpool to win 2-1. However, I am willing and ready to be pleasantly surprised. If Tottenham get out of this game with a draw, I'm going to be shaking my bum violently on the reaction show on Sunday. If we manage to get the win, then I don't give a damn what anyone says. We're right in there. If Arsenal's in and if Liverpool's in, best know you better be putting my club in straight up and down. I'm not having it any other way.
And you know what, Deji, though, the thing is, you have to think that because to get if you were to win, to get 4 points out of your 6 against 2 clubs that are supposed to be challenging, Spurs have to be in some sort of conversation. But one thing I'll say is back to what you said about Son. That's my biggest worry. That's the player. Yeah, you got Basuma and Mathers, but that's the player I worry the most for, because this guy will score against us without Kane and score against us with Kane. You know how you were saying there's nothing Van Dijk Konate can do. Even when we were better 3-4 years ago, Son was still scoring and running in behind. That's why I just know whatever the score is tomorrow, Son will score. You know, there's certain players you just know when they get. It's like the Greeners with
Salah will score as well.
Yeah, because Salah always scores against Spurs. Yeah. So
I mean, the only thing I can guarantee is that Liverpool have a little bit more self-respect for themselves. Unlike Arsenal, who was shameless and didn't score one clean goal against Spurs last week, a penalty and a dodgy deflection. Tottenham scored pure goals. It was pure. No help, no helping hand, no deflection, just purity. And it was, you know what I mean? And I think both teams are going to do it. Just lastly, quickly, you talked about Curtis Jones. I just want to compare him with Sarr. Are you happy with him? I do feel like he gets a bit of a rough shot from the Liverpool fans. Like, he has to be a baller to be playing for Liverpool. I mean, let's just be facts. And Klopp is no dummy. But are you happy with him? Is he doing a good job this season? And how does he compare to Pape Sarr?
Curtis Jones has been playing well for me from the back end of last season. He then went to the under-21s Euros and he won that as well. But no, it is dead. A lot of our fans are getting impatient because Jones has been in our starting 11 for, I think it's 6 seasons. Not starting 11, sorry. Our first team squad.
Yeah.
6 seasons now. And there's been talks of him flirting with a loan move to like Palace, Villa. A couple clubs have popped up. But I've always rated Curtis Jones. Have I believed he can be a starter for us? I've always seen him as a squad player, but he's proven me wrong because he's going under the radar this season. Like, Szoboszlai and McAllister, where they're the 2 shiny new toys, they're getting more of the plaudits. But Jones, he's been stuck, like you said, to keep your place in this team. Remember, we've just signed Gravenberch and Endo. Now, Endo's more of a Milner replacement, but he's our own actual 6. And we've got Gravenberch as well. For him to keep retaining his place, it's testament to the guy. And I've always said he's a baller. He's got technique. Sometimes his decision-making needs to be a bit better, but that's improved. But comparing him to Sarr, I think they're a bit different. I think Sarr's more defensive-minded, where Jones is playing in a position that I think himself he don't really want to play in. But where he's starting now, he's just like, you know what? I'm just going to put in a shift. But I think Jones is more of an 8. He wants to be a bit further forward, where I think Sarr is just that destroyer. You get the ball, I'm clamping you. Do you know what I mean? And then that's what Sarr is. So I think they're a bit different. But I rate Jones.
Roms, I rate you in your opinion, bro, because it's always good to hear other people looking in. Because I feel like nobody talks about Sarr, and I actually described him last week as Tottenham's version of Declan Rice. He does exactly the same role. Yeah. He's our Hoover, clean up the thing. He's our engine. This brother don't stop running. But also, he can play ball, bro. He's actually got good feet. He's tall, he's strong, bro. The way he weights Havertz last week, it was just making me laugh. And for me, I agree. Curtis Jones, I think, is a baller, bro. I think he's a legit baller. And I didn't even realize he was playing that position because, generally speaking, I think he does a good job. But that Liverpool team just seems a little bit... It doesn't feel like a team. It still feels like we got to give the ball to Salah all the time. And I think almost Kane-like... You're right. You said at the beginning, Liverpool and Tottenham are similar. I think Liverpool do better when Salah leaves, bro. Because you can still see that everyone's just pushing the ball. Salah's way is always going up. And I would like to see it a little bit more balanced, a little bit like Man City. Then I think you, man, can go on and do a madness. Honestly,
you know why it was spot on, Dead? Because even our Europa League game, I can't even pronounce their name, man, but without Salah, it was more balanced, but we didn't look out threatening. The minute Salah come on, he's thinking to himself, I'm not used to playing this competition. Everyone just ball to Salah. Everyone just wanted to play to Salah. So I agree with you in a sense, because us as Liverpool fans, we know he will go next summer. That Saudi money they offered, he's Arabic, he'll be their poster boy, it's his side of the world. It makes sense, and end of the day, you've got a family to feed. So we know this is the last season for us. So obviously we want to treasure him and treasure this season. But I do agree with you. I wouldn't say we'll be better without him, because I don't think you can replace his goals and assists. Like his numbers for us, I forget them every week because it's going up and up and up. But I know what you mean. It'll be more balanced. I think players might get better because they know they'll have to step up. So it'll be more balanced. In terms of it being better, I'm not too sure. But back to this going, big up here to there. I rate Darna. A lot of our fans, they're comparing him to Firmino, and we know ball dead. Not every football's different. This is the beauty of it. Not every player is the same. If you're expecting him to drag it from the air and beat 2 players a step, that's not Nunez's game. Play to him, cross to him, give him, make sure he can score the headers and that. Because you saw Newcastle, 2 shot chances, bang, they were hard finishing. Bang, he scored them. And I've clocked with Nunez. When he has to think about the finish, sometimes he can fluff it up. He overthinks it. He scuffs at it. But when he doesn't really have to think and it's instinct, this is why I've said to our fans, sometimes calm down. There's a baller there. We're going to have to be patient. But when you pay that kind of money, I think it was 80 million, 60 million, you want him to hit the ground running. But I'm like, he's there. I rate him. He's probably my favourite player. He's probably my favourite player.
Honestly, there's only 2 strikers I would have had after Kane. If Tottenham was serious, I would have had Nunez as my first choice. If not Nunez, I would have had Isak. as our main number 9.
Baller, innit?
Either of
Baller.
them would have done me nice. Because with Nunes, he wants, what's his name, wants to play with pace anyway. That's why he brought Brennan Johnson. Could you just imagine it'd just be like Mighty Ducks, you know, like the flying V formation, just flying at defenders. That's what he wants to do. And I like him. I rate him. And if Liverpool fans don't want him, Tottenham fans will happily take. I mean, I don't know about Tottenham fans, but anyone who knows football, I will happily take him. I think he's a class act. Roms, thank you for giving us a lowdown tonight. Everyone, be in the chat. It was a pleasure, bro. Just getting a sense because I've not had the opportunity to hear or see what Liverpool's doing. All I know is that it looks like you man are back. Can we say that? I haven't heard you say it so far. Is it safe to say Liverpool are back?
When you say back, do you mean in terms of challenging that for the league?
I'm saying Liverpool, bro. 2 years ago, you man were in 4 finals. You won 2 of them, you lost 1, and you lost the Prem by 1 point. And I keep talking about that because for me, that is the greatest achievement that I've seen in football. Every competition, you got to the end. Win, lose, or draw, it don't matter. You got there. I was watching Liverpool for 2 months play every 3 days. They were tired. Their legs was heavy. And they
That's why you predicted. That's why you predicted the next season. When you saw us keep the same midfield after all them games, that's why you said we'll drop.
They were worked out, bro.
Yeah.
They were long. But I think you man are back. But I ain't heard it from you.
I'll say back in a sense of we're back. We'll be back winning thing. When you back as in challenging that, we're gonna win the Prem. I'm not gonna bite off more than I can chew. But one thing I will say to you, Dej, I think we win 2 trophies this year. One being Europa League. I know it's hard, you get other European clubs, but I think we are still the favourites. And I think we win the FA Cup or the League Cup. Because now City are out of that, by the way, thanks to Newcastle. I'll probably make us favourites for that competition.
You happy with Europa League and the Carabao Cup? Are you happy with that this season? And a top 4 finish?
Yeah, I'll take that. Back in Champions League and 2 trophies. And then we challenge. Then I think we go again the next season. But I just feel like depth-wise, we're not there to challenge shit. But you know what, Deji? Things do change because let's say in January now, we sign players and we're in and around the 1st and 2nd spot. We know football, things can change, bro. So very fun. Even you look, let's say, well, you don't trust Levy and I don't trust my owners. But let's say our owners pull their fingers out their ass here. Let's say in the ideal of Spurs and Liverpool are in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. They're in that kind of top 3 positions and we're not far off the top, right? Let's say if our owners actually decide to invest and improve the squad in January, you just never know, bro. We've seen mad stuff. Leicester won the Blooming League couple of years ago. So you never know, Dej. You do never know. But I think we're back, but not back to challenge, but back to win other trophies, 100%. I think we will pick up a few trophies this year.
Bigger. Well, I think Liverpool are back. I think I kind of agree with you. It makes sense. I think as for Spurs, I don't want to talk too soon. Last year, I got burnt royally. But I think tomorrow's game would be I think it's a measure in it. I think if Tottenham win tomorrow, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I might have to revert back to being extremely shameless. I don't give a damn. But if we get beaten tomorrow, then I'm just gonna take a chill pill, just a little bit longer. Because remember, Postecoglou has only been in the yard 3 months, and he's already producing what he's producing. Let's not run before we can walk. But Roms, now big up to you. It's gonna be a big game, the biggest game of the weekend. Tottenham, Liverpool, Spurs. Shit, it's about time. Tottenham get the 3 points after all these dusty years. It's going to be a great game. And, bro, make sure you're going to be at the game. Wave to us. And then hopefully, maybe I'll be texting you anyway. I'll be sending you bare madness. So, bro, don't go missing this weekend. Is all I'm saying, bro. Don't go missing.
You know me. I don't hide. Win, lose, or draw. Even you know what, Dej. Even depending on what time I get back tomorrow night. If you're doing a tomorrow, I'll try and do it.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If we lose, it's gonna be difficult for me to stream. But yeah, no, bro. If you can get back and we can do a little 20-minute reaction, I would really appreciate it. Everyone in the chat, here to there, Guna forever. Yeah, everybody that's been in there, thank you for showing love. We've reached 100 subscribers. Big up. And Romsey, you got a channel?
No. You know, I'm mainly on Monty's channel, Big Six
Yeah.
Bands, but I don't have my own channel now. But
Okay,
if you want to see more of me, I'm on Big Six Bands.
Well, get on the Big Six Bands. Big up Monts. He was unable to make it tonight, but don't worry, he ain't going missing. When Tottenham slap up, no, I'm joking. But we'll see what will happen. Anyway, bro, thank you and good night all. Good night all. Is it ended?
Not
I don't
really.
think it's ended. I don't think it's ended. Big up everybody. Big up, big up, big up. Yeah, Roms, big up. I think it's still live.
It's still live. Yeah, it's still live, bro.
I'm just gonna. I think we can just cut out